News, as always. Today is day 30. So, welcome everybody. Today is day 30 of 30 days of thriving during the holiday season. Of course, we have the whole holiday season is still just here, but today we're going to talk about building belief. All right. I think this is hello. Today we're going to be talking about building belief. And this is really important because, yeah, there's strategy behind it, but I'm also getting it into it. But building belief, let's get into this real fast. Also, you guys, as far as like building belief, what I want to share with you is that Saturday, the 10th, which is on Saturday, the 10th at 12 p.m. Eastern, we have a goal setting workshop. It's a 2-hour workshop. It is not it's not a webinar, it's a workshop. So we're going to literally pull up our sleeves. We're going to get straight to it. How to reach, achieve, and how to surpass your goals. The link is in my bio, sign up. But today we're talking about building belief. All right, so let's get clear. Let's see. So belief means an acceptance that a statement is true or that something exists. So it's an acceptance. So I accept what this is to be true. So if you accept something to be true for yourself, but belief and truths are not the same thing, all right? Belief is something that's repeated over and over and over again that we accept to be our truth. But why is it that people, maybe with a similar story of ours, has a whole nother experience? Because they have a completely different belief system. So how do we build belief within ourselves when that belief is weak? Come here. This whole series is also about transitioning our obstacles into opportunities and our pain into power. And that also comes back to our belief system and having to build a new belief system, because even though this is a perfect time to reassess, restructure, and reevaluate, I say let's just assess, let's structure, and let's evaluate whatever it is of the direction of where we want to go. So if we understand it's an acceptance, I accept this statement, whatever that statement is, I accept this statement to be true and that it exists within me. But if that statement is not in alignment to your goals, because yesterday we talked about goals, and to get clear on goals are just your wants. Like I think that word is definitely, people have resentment with the word goals depending on your past relationship around it, but it's really our wants. What do you truly want? Like, what do you really want? If you had no barriers and you had no self-sabotage and you had no past experiences that you felt were getting in the way, what do you really want? And sometimes we don't know, and that's okay. This workshop on Saturday is really about gaining clarity. So if you're not clear and you're confused and you feel a little scattered, I got you. Just click the link in my bio. We have a 2-hour free workshop, and share with people too, on how to set, how to reach, achieve, and surpass all of your wants. Okay. So if we understand acceptance, I accept this statement, but what if we don't want that statement because it's not in alignment with where we're going? So if we understand we're building belief, one thing I want you guys to do, it's a really powerful exercise. I use it with myself whenever I get into the space of self-doubt, especially if your goals and your visions are so big. It's sometimes very important to come back and to look at and give yourself credit for everything that you've accomplished. What have I accomplished in the past where maybe the belief wasn't there, but the desire was stronger? Because sometimes we have to rely more on our desire than our belief, because beliefs can be reprogrammed. Beliefs can be transitioned into new statements of where we are and where we want to go in our life. Okay, so beliefs and truth are not in the same category, but we want to align truth with belief and learn to really get on our own team, because it's really about the programming. So how do we program something that's more desired versus undesired? And if we understand that it's an acceptance of a statement, maybe in the beginning, I think that's why people talk about the affirmations or the incantations, and we do what we got to do to create new experiences and give ourselves the opportunity to create a new experience so that we can embrace whatever new beliefs that we want to create within our mind, within our heart, within our life. Because if you're holding on to beliefs that just you don't like and you don't want, then let's eliminate them. But it's not as easy as I just said it. That's why setting goals, which goals and wants are literally the same thing. I want this. It's a goal. Maybe today you want a coffee. Maybe tomorrow you want, I don't know, some water. Like, it's a want. You can have really, really big wants, and you can have really small, simple, tangible wants. So goals are just wants. And why are they even important? So I'm going to get in here. We're going to talk, really do a deep dive into this on Saturday. So if you are not signed up for the workshop, sign up for that workshop. It's going to be amazing. The link is in the bio. I just had it. Okay, so this is one of my favorite quotes to understand why achieving things you said you were going to achieve is important, right? Like, I wanted to create the 30-day live stream. There was times during the day where I didn't feel like it, but I committed and I showed up, and today's 30 of 30. And that sensation and that feeling that you have when you set a goal and you've followed through no matter what, the beliefs start to shift. The beliefs start to shift the more that you show up for them, especially if you know or you trust the path that you're on. So what is, hello. Let me get this one slide up. I really like it. Okay. So why is accomplishing our goals or transitioning our beliefs even, well, like, what, who cares, right? How is it really going to impact me? Because the biggest thing, the reason why we move in certain ways is because we believe it's going to give us some type of an end result. So Brian Tracy said this. It's one of my favorite things I've ever found when it comes to like transitioning goals and beliefs, and like, why is this even relevant? Your level of self-esteem, self-worth, sense of value, amount you like yourself, respect yourself, determine your entire quality of life. And once we get clear on, wait a second, number one, giving myself permission to want what you truly want, not to set up these backup goals because you've lost the belief in your ability to even achieve them, because that happens a lot too. We lose our belief in actually achieving what we want to achieve because maybe we've had a lot of past undesired experiences that have made us doubt ourselves and our ability to be successful. And that's why those stories are so critical. When we hear people's stories that we can relate to, that were just like us in one season of their life, and they are now in a whole different season because something had shifted in them. Change had to happen within them and within their mind in order for them to transition their obstacles into an opportunity and their pain into power, so now they can actually thrive. That's why stories are so critical. When we hear them, it can help us, like, we kind of take somebody else's belief as we like keep moving forward with our commitments and our goals. Remember, our goals are just our wants. What do you truly want? And then understanding those wants, creating a belief system, the habits, our behaviors, our personality traits to be able to support what we truly want. Because in order to receive it, change has to happen within ourselves. The way that we speak, the way that we move, the way that we dress, the way that we show up. I was listening to an audio this morning with Dr. Joe Dispenza, and he was talking about relationships. And every year, like around February, I host a Attract Your Soulmate. And people are like, how do you attract your soulmate? Aren't you like, single, romancing yourself? I said, absolutely. That is my soulmate. And until I have somebody that meets that energy, there's a lot of in-between preparation time where there's work that needs to be done on my part that needs change to happen. Being very clear on what I want in a partner. And when you're clear, not only in that one area, because remember, we have 10 different areas in our life box. Okay, we have like subcategories, and I'm sure there's a lot more, but these have been the simplest ones to break down. And when we have simplicity and understanding, we actually will take action towards what it is that we truly want. And so change has to happen within us. And one of the biggest things is also building our belief system, changing the way that we have dialogue within ourselves, and also our dialogue around our dreams? Are we shit talking our dreams and our vision and our goals because we're resentful towards them? Or are we actually like really building ourselves up and hyping them up? Like, oh my gosh, like, yes, I'm so excited. I can't wait till I like reach that next level of expansion and operate at this space. And I have this and that. Like, how much time are we actually spending with those beliefs? And the reason why a lot of us do not reach, achieve, or surpass our goals, which actually is a big percentage of people, at least your real goals, not your backup goals. And it's okay to have progress goals. Progress goals are amazing because it also helps us create and shapeshift our belief systems around our goals. And the reason why a lot of people have issues with goals is because we haven't changed the relationship or the belief system around them. You know, we have to change our relationship and our belief system around our wants, and to allow ourselves to really want what you really want, and to think really big, and to dream really big, and allow yourself to like let go of time frames. It's okay to set like a time, I want to accomplish this, but if that doesn't happen in that time frame, are you going to quit? You're going to quit on your goals? You're going to quit on your dreams just because you decided to try to control when something was going to happen and it wasn't your time? Sometimes your greatest blessings are because you had to wait, because that was a time true character had to be built. Or there was a skill set that you had to develop in order to achieve that big thing. And maybe there's a time that you can remember where you set a really big goal and you almost gave up on yourself, or you like forgot about it, and then you circled back to it and you're like, wow, I actually achieved that. And it wasn't in the time frame that I thought it was, but it actually happened in the perfect timing. And I'll give you an example. I was driving around Miami the other day. I'm like, man, why did I not move here sooner? And I remember I was like, when I build an online business and I have the freedom to work from wherever I want to work, that's the time I want to live in Miami. And I had planted that seed. I don't know why I planted it like that, but I think because of all the traffic down here. So I didn't have to like get later. I didn't want to drive around, but I remember that was a goal. I wanted to move to Miami. And I said that like over 10 years ago. And I can understand now because a lot of my friends and a lot of like clients and people are like, how do you live in Miami and stay so disciplined? There was an in-between time with my goal that character had to be built. Discipline had to be built in order for me to be successful and focused when I did move here, because there's a lot of distractions and there's a lot of things that can pull us away or divert us from our bigger vision. That was more the living situation. But then the bigger goal is like running academies and workshops and speaking and being a published author, and all these things are happening, but there's an in-between time where you want to transition your patience into trust. And when it comes back to our beliefs and our goals, trust is a big part of that as well. Not only trusting yourself that you are going to follow through, and maybe sometimes you're going to need to take like an energy check-in. We talked about that in one of the live streams. I actually did that this morning. I was like, wow, I'm going crazy nonstop. We're going really like pouring into this workshop we're going to be doing on Saturday, December 10th. So that link is in the bio. And I was like, I need an energy check-in. So went to my happy place, went to the beach, did an ocean dive, did a workout and did what I needed to do to get myself to be able to show up here, to be able to show up for my goals, for my dreams, for you guys, because you guys are a part of it. And really be able to, take that responsibility of getting that right. And so sometimes you're going to need to have like breaks, and that's okay. Or some days you're going to want to just like surrender, and that's okay. But what's not okay is when we change our target, and when we change our belief because of the disappointment or the time frames that we said it was going to happen, it didn't happen. And then what happens is sometimes people change their mind without actually achieving the target, achieving the goal. And if you really want something, it's your responsibility and it's your right to make sure it happens. It's your responsibility to make sure you protect your goals. It's your responsibility to make sure that you show up for them every single day, even if it's just little micro steps. And yeah, so one of the ways to do that is just that concept there. Look back in times where you've actually achieved things and you followed through on the things you said you were going to do, and how your belief system shifted. How did my belief system change based on new experiences? Because beliefs are just statements repeated over and over and over again based on experiences, or maybe where you're masterminding and who you're masterminding with. And that's why the masterminding in the community and the places you position yourself are so critical when it comes to really getting this right. This can get super strong and you can have really strong will, or this could get super weak. And that's also going back to those ecosystems we were talking about during these 30 days of thriving during the holiday season. So we're going to be talking a lot more about all this stuff on Saturday. Make sure you tune in Saturday. The link is in the bio. I'm really excited. It's going to be 2 hours. You're going to need your pen. You're going to need your paper. It is the ultimate goal setting workshop. We bust through limiting beliefs. We bust through a whole bunch of things that are blocking your blessings so you can actually just feel super fulfilled, and however way you want to feel by the time you end with all this. So I hope you enjoyed today's live stream. It was short to the point, and we're going to break all this down on Saturday at the 10th. And, when we get momentum on a goal, like for example, the goal is to go live for 30 days nonstop. I've never done that before. I like my freedom. I don't like having to unless it's with clients at that time, but I treated this as a session. I committed and followed through regardless of the emotional state. And during the process, the belief system started to shift by just showing up, right? So when we show up and we give ourselves a new experience, it actually can transition our belief system. And so what I decided is oh my gosh, I love this. And I'm going to do it every single day. We're going live every day. But this one series of getting up and getting going was to commitment, kind of break down how you can thrive. And remember, thriving is making progress, right? It's making progress. Oh, yes. Always grateful and so numbed. I can't, probably being bummed. I can't do Saturday today. That's okay. Listen, thank you so much for saying that. If you cannot make Saturday, register anyway, because there's a 48-hour replay. There's a 40-hour replay. It's not a one and done, just in case, because I have friends, clients that are traveling, they're speaking, they're at events. I get it. Everybody has an agenda for their week, but that's why we're actually extending it. So sign up regardless. Make sure you get into this workshop. It's going to change your life. You're going to love it. It's going to really set you up to thrive. It's going to really set you up to thrive moving forward from here on out in your business, in your life, in your relationships. So what's up, Atlantic? All right, you guys. So that's a series. I'm loving this series, though. I got to come up with a new theme now. I mean, it's all around, I guess, goals and beliefs and stuff like that. So I hope you guys have an amazing day. We do have Minding My Business at 2 p.m. today, and I actually have a special bonus at 4 p.m. for you guys. So today you're getting so much value poured into you. But I hope you guys have a great day. Remember, any obstacle that comes your way, think of how you can transition it as an opportunity for your greatest growth, to thrive and make some progress. And any pain that you have, remember, the only way out is through. I love you guys so much. Make sure you sign up for this workshop on Saturday. It's going to be amazing. You're going to love it. You're so welcome. And I'll talk to you guys later. Have a great, blessed day. Bye.